All right, good morning, everyone. It is 7 a.m. on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us for After Sunrise. By the way, we kind of changed our background. This is aerial view of Lake Isabella.
Oh, I love that. I didn't notice it was new. Yeah, it used to be the ocean, which is lovely, but it's not very representative of us here at KGT in Kern County.
That's actually like our...
That's nice. Oh, that's a beautiful
lake.
shot.
Yeah.
I love that. And right now, I'm sure it's beautiful up there in the Kern River Valley.
Yeah, our photojournalist, Juan Corona, he went up there with the drone.
How fun.
A couple weeks ago. And it was beautiful.
Got some incredible shots, I'm sure. You were up there not too long ago, a few weeks ago.
I was up there, I think 2 weeks ago, and went hiking, and it was beautiful. The flowers are out right now. By the way, and those flowers, they don't last long.
Yeah, that's true. There's only a few weeks.
There's only a few weeks, so time is running out to go see those flowers, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Up there, a lot of hikes, a lot of great trails.
So. I know I always talk about the drive between here and Tehachapi, and it's been so green, like Ireland. Like those hills are just so beautiful. They're emerald. I noticed though yesterday on my way home, because I was gone. I left Thursday, right? So I've been gone all weekend. That it is a little less green right now, just slightly until you get to Arvin, and then Arvin up is still like.
Yeah,
but the emerald green.
That's the problem. That is the problem with our topography.
How fast it dries out?
It just dries out like that. I mean, it's like if you blink, you miss it. It's gone.
Now the flowers are even more so than they were last week. Those have been blooming. They kind of had been blooming like wet or East Bakersfield on through like Arvin. But now they're there still, but now they're also Arvin a little bit higher up the mountains. I'm starting to see some flowers along the roadside as well. So they're still blooming and coming. So those aren't gone yet, but it is funny how fast it starts to dry out. It's it's wild. Yeah. We dry out so fast. Well, it's like our land is just parched.
Well, it is literally. Yeah. I mean, it's literally, we are still in abnormally dry conditions for Bakersfield, but up in the Tehachapi, you guys are in a drought. You're in the first category of a drought. So, it is literally parched. It is, but even when we have the super rainy seasons, I think it only buys us maybe a few extra weeks.
Right.
And then it dries out.
Yeah.
Too.
It just sucks it up. But go check out the flowers.
Yeah. Now. It's just a good reminder of just being outdoors. It's just it is important for the soul. For me, so yesterday I was out, I sat out on the patio for lunch, and it was beautiful.
So nice.
And I was up that sun. And
that vitamin D.
And because even in the sun, it's not, in the early afternoon, you can be in the sun and it not feel hot. Feel warm, but not hot. You're not sitting there going oh man, I gotta get in the shade.
Right.
But later on in the afternoon, it does warm up.
When I picked up the kiddos yesterday, so it's around 2:30, we were sitting in the grass in the sun, and towards the end, the last 5 minutes, Wyatt was like, the sun's hurting my eyes. I can't read my book. So we went and sat in the shade then for the last couple of minutes, but it was really fine until then.
The only time when it's getting in the car, if I'm, grocery shopping or something, and the car has been sitting in the parking lot enclosed, that's a little toasty. Inside the car, it's a little toasty, which is a reminder too, you need to check the back seat, especially if you have kids or pets.
100%.
Don't leave them in the car. You should never do that, but it is especially important now because while the afternoon temperatures are beautiful, very nice and warm, it heats up like crazy, and I think it only takes 10 or 15 minutes for the car to get really to dangerous temperatures. And
I've had incidents happen where the car is unlocked in the driveway, and kids can get in that, and if you have young kids, if they get in for some reason, playing around, looking for something, maybe they can't figure out how to get out. There's so many, you just have to be very careful with kids and cars, especially when we get hot, because those they're like ovens when they're in the sun. Even in your garage, it becomes especially like an oven. In the summertime, when we really start to see those triple-digit temperatures, you really cannot be too careful. And I love all the new devices and things there are to remind you that someone or something's in the back seat.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I throw a sweatshirt or something in the back seat, my car will tell me, hey, check your rear seat.
Oh, wow.
It's so sensitive.
It's so sensitive.
It's so sensitive. And I get annoyed sometimes because when I turn the car off, it'll go beep. And I'm like, it's just a sweatshirt.
Oh, wow.
But it is that's a life changer. Right there. It can literally save lives. So,
It's always something good to talk about.
I don't have any kids, but I have been that person where I throw something in the back and then it reminds me that it's still back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, your alarm?
Yeah, I'm like,
that's where that is.
That's where that's where those ties have been hanging out.
If you don't have that though, like, they say you can put your cell phone back there, put your shoe back there, literally take it off of your foot, put it in the back seat. Because you think like that will never happen to me, but a sleep deprived parent who's, maybe today they're taking the kids to daycare instead of the other parent or something like that. And off of your routine, it's so easy. It is easier than you think, and you don't want to think you'd ever be that person, but it's easier than you think.
I mean, how many times do you if you're driving somewhere and you make a turn to go somewhere else?
Right, because you're on autopilot?
Yeah, and you're like, what? Where am I going? And also, what caused that? Like, what caused me to... That happens every once in a while, and it's just it's a reminder of it might not happen all the time.
Right.
But when we're talking about like a child's life,
it only takes one time, one mistake. Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a good reminder, but enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, please do.
And encourage your kids to get outdoors.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's a story I wanted to talk about this morning about kids and going outdoors and the benefits. So new research validates the importance of outdoor play and multi-sport participation in the development of a child's motor skills. Scientists in Finland conducted this study over the span of 3 years, and they monitored motor skill progression from early childhood. Research showed that just 30 minutes of outdoor activity after a day spent at childcare can make the difference in motor skill development. Kids need outdoor play. Like, it's so important for their eyesight development. You think about inside, you're looking at things really close up. A lot of times these days, kids are looking at screens. Their eyes need to focus far away. That's really important. And just like exploring through play, being bored outside, playing with other kids their age, and just getting creative, getting dirty, all of that stuff.
Don't you feel, I just know that there's a huge difference with, just me. If I'm cooped up inside or doing, things, cleaning the house, whatever it may be, and then if I step outside for just a few moments, I can physically feel your mental state changes, everything changes, and it's like to a crazy level. Right? Like if you feel tired or if you feel like just a little, just like out of it or just kind of blah, just spending a couple minutes outdoors can get you out of that funk.
Absolutely.
It's so easy to just sit there on the couch and just kind of veg and stuff. But if you're going to veg, do it outside.
Go look at the clouds.
Look at the clouds. I love falling asleep outside.
Oh, same. I go pick up the kids, and there's a 30-minute gap between when one gets out and the other two get out. And so sometimes I am tired and I take a nap on the grass. And I had a teacher waking me up last week. I think she thought I hadn't heard the bell go off, but I knew it went off, and they always take a few minutes to get out. So I was like, I'm just going to keep my eyes closed. This feels really nice. And the grass and the sunshine. And she started calling to me. I think she was worried I was going to get trampled when the kids all came out of the gates.
Do not step on the woman in the grass. Yes.
And I'm just laid out flat there and looking at the sun. And sometimes I'm still in my work dress. No shame. But I don't care. It feels lovely, and I'm tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say when we're so sleep deprived as it is, that is the thing that if I give myself just a couple of minutes to sit down and kind of relax, game over.
You're gonna fall asleep.
Not even fall asleep, because I hate taking naps during the day, because then once I'm in, then it's just I love taking naps. Don't get me wrong, I love taking naps. But it's hard to take a nap in the afternoon and then get a good night's sleep.
Things. Oh, get a night's sleep.
Well, both, right?
See, it doesn't usually affect my good night's sleep. But it's so funny because after being on this shift for, my gosh, almost 15 years, I think 14 full years now, I've gone through so many cycles. I used to say, oh, I do not nap. I hate naps. I don't nap. I would go home. I would pick up the kids right away. I'd go home and I'd do a 20-minute workout, and that was how I got through the rest of the day. That was what gave me the energy, and it was great, and it really helped. But then like I started getting like lazier and lazier, and Kevin like talks about his 1.5 hour long naps. I was like, gosh, that sounds pretty nice. That sounds pretty nice. So I went through a spurt of like taking really long naps here and there, not every day because that's just not possible. But the longer naps kind of make you feel worse. Like it's really hard to get up and get at the rest of your day after that long nap because your body's like, I think at that point, our bodies, because we've been up since 3 a.m., want to just like, no, it's nighttime. Like, go ahead and get your 8 hours now.
My doctor literally has told me, like, he literally said, because, we get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he has literally told me, he's like, you're like destroying your body.
Oh, fun.
I'm like, thank you. And because I had, so a couple of years ago, I actually had some heart issues that I was like trying to look at. And he straight up told me, he's like, the reason why you're having heart issues is because you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, what?
Yeah, why?
And he said, it is better to go to bed later than wake up in the middle of the night because your brain knows. Your brain is well aware. I mean, it is in us. It is our circadian rhythm. And some people can do it. Some people can do it and go for, live their lives like that. Others can't. I'm the type of, like, my body, it's not of like I don't like it, I don't know if, like, no, I can power it. My body does, like, actually rejects it. Like, it is physically rejecting this wake up.
I feel that in my core.
And so, because, like, and I'm naturally a night owl. Like, I am naturally a night owl, and so it is, because even on the weekends, I have no problem staying up
switching
late, just like that. But it is the wake up, and it doesn't matter, even if I stick to a schedule, and I am just rigorous about sticking to a schedule. I've done this before, where even on the weekends, I follow the same schedule. It does not help.
It's the middle of the night.
It is the middle of the night. And so he was explaining, like, when we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, that is actually physically when your body is like in the mind of like it is programmed in us to get the deepest amount of sleep. Great. So that's why, like, people waking up even at like 4 o'clock in the morning, that is even better than 3 o'clock. The hours waking up between the hours of 2 and 3 o'clock, it's like that perfect, even in summer, whatever. It's based on the circadian rhythm of your body knows, this amount of time after sunset is when I'm going to want to shut down the most. So that's why it's even like it's okay to wake up like, it's just that's the sweet spot / the danger zone. And it was coming up years ago. It was coming up. I was having some kind of funky heart things.
That's so crazy. I mean, you feel it, right? Like, I can go to bed, and I'm really good most of the time about going to sleep around 8. Like, that's my goal. That way I can get 7 hours. I would prefer 8 because I'm just that kind of a person. I know people can be good with 6. Some people are like, oh no, I don't like to sleep more than 5. I don't understand you. But they say
it's a different body type.
7 to 9, right, is like what adults should get. It's recommended by health experts. 7 to 9. I could do the 8+, but I'm really good about going to sleep. But even if I go to sleep at 8, it still like physically hurts to get out of bed at 3 in the morning. You just can't do anything about that, I don't think. So yeah, it's a rough. But I've gone through these spurts of like different types of naps, like no nap, long nap. I really think the sweet spot is a 20-minute nap. So that is my favorite.
The other thing that I have found too is because we're gaining daylight. Isn't it funny how like 7 o'clock doesn't seem that late anymore?
Yeah.
Whereas in the wintertime in December, it was like, oh my gosh, it's like it's 7 o'clock.
It's been dark for hours by that point.
It's been dark for several hours. And you think about like, even like when someone is just like, oh, hey, let's go out at 8 o'clock. In July, you're like, great, no big deal. Sure, 8 o'clock sounds
Still
great.
Sunny.
If someone is asking me to go out at 8 o'clock in December, I'm like, you're telling me that I have to get out of bed and like on a Friday night or whatever, because it's just, it's the sun.
Yeah.
It's the sun. Isn't it crazy how the sun dictates?
It is. It's wild.
Our sleep schedules. Well, and that's why it's getting more and more difficult, at least for me. I don't know if we've talked about this, but for me, it is getting more and more difficult to wind down and go to sleep because we're I got to be in bed while the sun is still up.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then your brain is just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, or it thinks you're taking a nap, and that's my problem. Is I go
really
yes, because my brain sees the sun is up. And so during the summertime, and this happens almost every single night, I will go to bed between 7:30 and 8 while the sun is still up, and then I'll wake up between 9 and 10
ready to party.
Feel ready to go. As if my brain is like, wasn't that just a nap? It's like, no.
That's interesting.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And what I have to do is I have to like walk around a little bit. I don't touch my phone.
No. Yeah, you don't want that blue light. That'll screw it up even more. I find, well, luckily my bedroom window faces the east. So
mine's the west.
Oh, that's hard. And my kiddos are the west. And so the summer is really hard for them because I make them kind of stick to my schedule. And so I feel really bad when I'm pulling them in at 7 o'clock at night and their friends are still playing. But yeah, theirs is on the west. So not only is it warmer and hotter, but they get the sun for longer.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, it's pretty easy for me to go to sleep, and my body's pretty used to just like conking out. But right now, it's spring sports season, and so we're out at the baseball field. We were out there till like 7:15 last night, and it was a great night for baseball. So this is from this weekend. Let's see, who is this? There's Noah. So this is Noah and Wyatt are on the Trash Pandas, and this was on Saturday. Noah, the Trash Pandas? That's right, yeah.
Okay.
You haven't heard of that before? I guess it's the name of a minor league team. There was Wyatt getting a walk, and this is Noah pitching. He had an incredible game of pitching. He pitched the whole game. I love these pictures. You have to see these. Aren't they so cute?
They're cute. Good form.
Some sweet grandparent got better pictures because I never get good pictures. But yeah, he pitched, and he got I think all but one of the outs he got.
Oh, wow.
So it was an incredible game. I missed it, but they're having so much fun. Last night we were out there with Eli playing, and Eli has been playing catcher and first. He got some great hits. They lost their game last night, but it was just a fun game, too. It was like there was action, kids were getting hits, and we had some great pitchers on both teams. And it's so fun being a non-sports person to see my kiddos growing and learning in sports and learning about it myself along the way. And I mean, it's just beautiful. I was bundled up like crazy. Last night, I kept putting on more and more layers. I was like, what else do I have in my car that I can wear? Because it starts to cool down real early in the mountains. But just we've got the mountain view behind us, and the sun was still out. It was just a glorious time for spring sports. I'm loving this season.
Speaking of spring, can we take the Tehachapi camera, Adam? I'm looking at it from a distance. Does it look foggy up there right now? I can't tell if it looks
zoomed in on the clouds?
No, I think there's some... Yeah... I think there's some
clouds,
low clouds.
Some low clouds. We get those low clouds quite a bit.
Can't say it's fog, but yeah, some low clouds up there.
It was chilly last night and cool again this morning. Yeah, look at how cool that shot looks.
Yeah,
really cool.
That's something cool. Yeah, that's something cool to look at.
Well, all right, that's actually. That's not. Is that Tehachapi?
Yeah, that's the hospital up there.
Oh, okay. It's just a different vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fog, but it's just
just those low clouds
up there. By the way, how was your trip? You were in Texas?
Yeah, so I was gone yesterday and Friday because I went to see my mom and sister in San Antonio.
A little girls trip?
Yeah, it was. I left my boys here, which they were bummed about because they love to see their cousins. But check this out. This is at the Majestic Theater in downtown San Antonio. We saw a play there. Isn't it cool? It looks like it's outside almost, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Oh, and then we karaoke'd.
Oh.
That's me and my mom karaoke and taking a nap. I just threw all my pictures from my trip in there. This is what we did. We napped. We ate good food. That's smoked pork belly.
Ooh, that sounds
brother-in-law
really good.
is fantastic on the smoker. Those are all my nieces who are getting so big. My sister thinks she is a mixologist.
Didn't you say that she makes a really good old-fashioned?
She made 3 different drinks. She's like, and you can taste and decide which one you'd like. That was a lavender Earl Grey old-fashioned. She made with Earl Grey tea, homemade lavender simple syrup, and then bourbon and lemon juice. She's a mixologist. It's really cute. She's got all of the fun little tools, bar tools and stuff like that.
So that is the one thing that I do like is when you get some, because we have some mixologists here in Bakersfield that are really, really good, and they will spend so much time crafting and it to the point where it does take them a little while to make your cocktail. It's really good, but it's just a reminder of it's fun.
Oh yeah, and she would go off and be like, I'm like, where did Aubrey go, and why is she not talking to me for 30 minutes? She's in there
back with lavender.
Oh, she's doing all kinds of stuff. She made all of her homemade lavender sugar and simple syrup, and she made the tea, and she's mixing all these things together. When I make cocktails, it's kind of a mess. I'm just like, let's eyeball that, put a little bit of this in there. Let's try a little bit of that. It's kind of a mess. I'm not a mixologist. She is really good at that, but it was so much fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun. Everybody else was in San Antonio as well this weekend.
You know why?
In case you didn't hear.
Well, you know why.
The Final Four was in town. But like that wasn't it. There was also like a golf tournament apparently happening, and something called like the Highland Games, like some Scottish games. And there was a free Pitbull, Jelly Roll, and Chris Stapleton concert.
Wow.
All this weekend.
I remember you saying this. I remember you telling me about this, and I was like, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
And it was a busy travel weekend. Yeah. Like my flights were were completely full, save like one seat each way. So it was definitely a busy travel weekend. It's also spring break, a lot of places, but yeah, it was really fun.
So you flew from Bakersfield to Phoenix to San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a good time. So got a good girls trip.
What was that flight like?
So fast and easy.
Is it?
It was just so quick. Like it's, an hour in the air to Phoenix. And about less than 2 hours, I think, in the air from Phoenix to San Antonio. So super easy flight. Great time. It was 90 degrees when we got there Thursday, which I was grateful for because it had snowed last week in Tehachapi, and I was like over it. Like I'm over the cold, I'm over the snow. Give me some sun. We played pickleball for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun. Have you ever played?
No, I've never played.
I totally get it. It's such a big, popular sport now. Like we see all these tennis courts that are being converted so that they can.
Well, here.
Right.
In Bakersfield. I mean, they're all over. Like, there are pickleball courts everywhere.
And leagues.
Yep.
People joining pickleball leagues.
It's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. People are so passionate about it. Like I remember one of my kiddos' teachers was like, yeah, I can't wait till I'm retired because every morning I'm going to be at the pickleball courts at 6 a.m. It's so funny. I never understood it. I mean, I'd never tried it, but we played it just for a little bit, and I get it. I get the obsession. It is so much fun because it's all the fun of tennis, which I really like tennis, but I'm really terrible at tennis, like honestly. It's hard.
It's a hard sport. Tennis is very hard.
It's a hard sport because it's a big court. You are sprinting.
You got to run.
You got to run. So it's all the fun of tennis, but it's shrunk down to a smaller court, smaller net. The ball doesn't bounce as far because it's like a hard, kind of like a wiffle ball, I think, kind of what you describe it as. And the paddles are a little different. So it's easier to hit.
Or aren't they like thicker paddles?
They're hard plastic.
Yeah.
And they're not netting. Right. So like it just gives a different kind of bounce. It's easier to like make the ball go where you want it to go, I would say. And again, it's an easier ball to hit and it doesn't bounce as far and as fast. It's so much fun. I cannot wait to play again. I want to go try again.
Sometime.
That would be so fun.
We'll need to try that because I have always wanted to play it.
My kiddos have some pickleball paddles. I'll bring them.
Okay, yeah, we should try that.
That would be really fun.
We should try that sometime. That is super fun. And like the weather right now here is perfect for.
So nice.
For that.
For pickleballing. It's so cool how many people are into it. But now I get it. But they had a little pickleball court area in a family food park, they called it. So like all these food trucks, pickleball courts. They had like an outdoor area where you could sit with like a little bar. You could grab a drink. And then they had like a putting green and a playground for your kids all in this one area. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
I feel like we're starting to see more and more of these sorts of places in Bakersfield popping up, more like outdoor things, like things to do outdoors, because we need more of those. I understand it gets hot. But if you really think about it, there's only like 30 days a year, 30 to, on a very hot year, 50.
Right.
Where it's actually 100 degrees. And quite honestly, 100 degrees, that's hot, but it's not 105. I'm always like, if it's 105 or hotter, it's miserable, right? But anything like under 105, I'm okay with.
If you've got shade and you've got fans,
shade, it's
probably
okay.
Misters, honestly.
Especially for, the morning hours or the evening hours after the sun sets.
That time in the afternoon when it's that temperature.
I look at all of these places across the country. I go, I travel all over, and one thing that I notice is some of these places, they've got so much to do outdoors, and I'm like, your weather sucks. Like you're always, I mean, there's always going to be, like, every part of the year has something.
Every area is going to have like an area
right?
that's not.
Like in the wintertime, you could have severe snow storms. In the summertime, you could have severe thunderstorms and just floods. Same with, it's just like all over. And I'm like, we need to have more here.
I specifically like when they have like stuff for a mix of ages to do. So I love that the kids could play on the putting green or the playground.
Have you been to the, what is it, where Camelot used to be?
No, I forgot. They reopened that and I forget what it's called now.
Something.
Okay.
I can't remember the name, but they have that putting green there. I haven't been.
Oh, like a
miniature golf course.
Miniature golf.
Yeah, but they, I think they like renovated it and everything.
Man, Camelot, that was my jam when I was
Back
in junior high.
Oh my gosh.
Go with my girlfriends on a weekend.
Oh yeah.
We loved that place.
That was a fun place.
It was.
And it always like, try, you know what? Oh, did you ever go to, you ready for this? Did you ever go to the, oh my goodness, what is it called?
What is it?
It's the pizza market or the pizza place on Rosedale and Coffee.
Oh, Jerry's Pizza?
No.
Not Jerry's.
No.
The kiddos, it's still there.
No, it's not there anymore.
No, the pizza
building
place?
it's where Mr. Tiempo is right now.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the place with all the arcade games for kids and like the buffet, the pizza buffet. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. No.
What's that one
this
called?
was like back in the day. Adam, do you remember this place? It's that place. Again, Adam is our director, and we can hear him through our earpiece. It was that place back in like the early 2000s. I want to say it was like the pizza market.
I've never heard of this in my life.
The pizza market? Yes.
You're making things up.
No, I'm not making this up.
Alex is making things up.
Give me a second. I'm going to try to look this up.
Okay, I want to look. What's the thing I'm thinking of that kids love to go to?
I think it was called the Pizza Market in Bakersfield back in like.
I'm thinking of John's Incredible Pizza.
No, not John's Incredible Pizza. I went there too as a kid. I actually had my senior year prom dinner at John's Incredible Pizza.
No, you didn't.
The dinner, but the dinner, yes.
What?
Yes, Pizza Market.
I've never heard of this.
Pizza Market, permanently closed.
Oh.
Yep.
And it had like arcade games and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's even on Yelp right now.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
I've lost everything now, by the way.
Flying blind.
Not Pizza Port. I think Pizza Port's on Toy Story.
It is on Toy Story.
Pizza Market. It was the Pizza Market, though. Oh my goodness, this is like a flashback.
That's so funny. I don't think.
And they had arcade games, and then you could. I'm trying to see if they have like pictures.
You know what used to be over there? Do you remember? You won't remember this because this is too old for you. I know it is. We had a place called, I want to say it was like the Ice Palace or something like that. It was ice skating on Rosedale Highway.
Yeah,
and I vividly remember going there as a kit and like bundling up to go ice skating in there. This was before they had the McMurtry, whatever the ice sports center is called over there by McMurtry Aquatic Center. So before that, we had one on Rosedale Highway, and I remember going there as a kid.
Let us know. Send us pictures or whatever. What was it? What was the place that you were just talking about?
Ice Palace, I think.
Ice Palace or something, and Pizza Market. I know I have pictures as like because I had I think a couple birthday parties there when I was a kid. Like
at Pizza
Pizza Market. Yeah. So not the marketplace.
I don't remember ever hearing about
that.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it closed down. But it's where what was that?
Mr. Tiempo, you said?
It's Mr. Tiempo now, but it used to be a barbecue place before.
I can't help
you. Anyways.
I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Famous Dave's. It used to be Famous Dave's.
Oh, okay. I remember Famous Dave's.
So it was Pizza Market, then Famous Dave's, now Mr. Tiempo. On that note,
reminiscing.
Let us know if you have pictures or if
we
you have
should gather
memories.
a bunch of old pictures of like old places in Bakersfield, like nostalgic places, like the water slides.
By decade.
That would be super fun. Help us out. Send us your pictures.
All right. Thanks for joining us for After Sunrise. We'll be back tomorrow morning.
See you later.